In this demonstration, we will look at just how quick and easy it is to install Mailscape. Now you can see that I have already started the launcher and am in the process of verifying that the system meets the requirements. IAS, ASP.NET, everything looks good. I'm going to click Next. I'm going to install Mailscape. I'll install Compass later, but that's okay. I can click that now. And while Mailscape is examining the configuration, I'm going to take a sip off of my coffee here that's filled with lots of cream and sugar. Sweet. And the reason I'm doing that is I actually made a little bet with one of my coworkers. I told him that I was going to install Mailscape on a web server, which is where we are now, and then later on a CAS Hub server and a Mailbox server. And I told him, I bet you I can do a fresh install of Mailscape before I can finish this fresh hot cup of coffee. So let's see who wins. The configuration looks good. I'm going to go ahead and click Install. Now, while Mailscape is installing, I'd like to mention a few things about Mailscape that make it the best monitoring and reporting solution for Exchange. First of all, what you're witnessing today is the fact that Mailscape is both comprehensive in its monitoring of Exchange and yet at the same time very simple to install and configure. Now, it's true, there are monitoring solutions on the market that are comprehensive, but these are also very complicated to deploy. Then once they are deployed, sifting through hundreds of alerts that they produce can be quite an overwhelming task. Believe me, I know. Been there, done that. No thanks. Now, there are also monitoring solutions that are reasonably quick to install, but they are also very simple and only monitor network connectivity, disk space, CPU RAM. See, they barely distinguish a mailbox server from the other servers, and they certainly don't monitor all the rules of Exchange in depth like Mailscape does. In short, only Mailscape gives you the best of both worlds, a comprehensive monitoring and reporting solution that is easy to install and configure. Now you can see the web server has finished, so I'm not going to move forward anymore with this. I'm going to go ahead and move over to the CAS Hub server. While I do, take another nice drink off my coffee here. And go ahead and start this launcher. Now, while the CAS server is installing, let me take a minute to mention that Mailscape monitors all the roles within Exchange. On the CAS server, Mailscape monitors OWA, ActiveSync, and Outlook Anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and enter the credentials here. And if I type the password correctly, which I hope I do, we should have a successful installation on the CAS server. Anyways, back to the CAS server. We're monitoring on a server level in real time, OWA, ActiveSync, Outlook Anywhere. Then Mailscape's reports kick in on a user level and tell us who's connecting. And this is important in a generation of BYOD, because when there's a problem, we want to know what do the devices have in common. Device model, operating system version, and then, who broke it? Was it Microsoft, Apple? Was it the user making configuration changes in their account? So with Mailscape's monitoring in place, you can quickly verify that everything's fine on the server level. And then with its reporting, its detailed ActiveSync reports, they'll point you directly at the users that are having issues and identify what they have in common. Now, moving over to the Mailbox server, we're going to go ahead and click Run as Administrator. And let's not forget this cup of coffee here. I'm still working on that. Sweet. Okay. And here we go. Now on the Mailbox server, we do monitor things like disk space, DAG health, failovers. But what really makes Mailscape unique is our external mail flow test. And you've probably heard me talk about that before, but That's the test in which we send a test message to Gmail and back and check not only send receive status, but also the latency as well. I better concentrate here so I don't mistype the password. And there we go. So with the external mail flow test, like one of our administrators said, no more hearing about problems from users. If there is a problem in your network, the Exchange admin will be the first to know about it, and they'll be able to deal with it and prevent it from becoming a bigger problem that leads to an outage, which is the last thing any of us want. So here we are now back on the web server. We are on the eNow admin console, and let's go ahead and connect. In all fairness, one more drink of that nice coffee there. And let's take a look. Server Central, monitoring policy, and there are our two servers right there. Let's go ahead and open up the web view and see if they're already reporting in. And there you have it. Mailscape is installed, reporting in, green lights are starting to come on, and I still have a half a cup of coffee left. Sweet. Coffee? No. Mailscape. Now, let's take a look here and see what the red lights are calculating. I believe at this point we're just waiting for some things to continue to report in. And then as they report in, we'll see the lights changing from red to green. So these are nothing to worry about. It's just a matter of letting the agents run and verify that everything's functioning properly. So that is how you install Mailscape in about, what was that, 6 minutes? Takes me a little bit longer than that to drink a cup of coffee, I guess. But in any case, Mailscape is the best monitoring and reporting solution for Exchange. It's comprehensive, in-depth, and as you saw today, quick and easy to set up. eNow, admin life simplified.